Final Fantasy XIV is a game for all kinds of players. You can be a casual player, a role player, a sweaty gamer, and enjoy the game the way you choose to enjoy it. It's not a secret I've been more of a casual player for a while now, and I think it's time to change things up. I no longer crave enjoyment. I crave violence, fantasy violence. No more cozy casual content. That's too easy, it's boring. As someone who's recently getting into harder content, I came up with this very reasonable challenge for myself. I'm gonna be the best Final Fantasy XIV player ever. I wanna clear every single raid, I want every mountain game, I wanna collect all the glamours and pets and cards. I'll be the first player to complete every achievement in the game. Wait, what do you mean someone already did that? Fine. Change of plans then. I could easily do that. I want something more challenging anyway. I want something that actually takes talent, you know? Hey, it's AvyCatte. And I became the worst Final Fantasy XIV player because everything else was just too easy for me. Don't worry though, I'm not here to gatekeep. I'll share all my secrets with you, so you can be the second worst player. Sit back, sip on your fantasia, and listen up. Take some notes, the teacher's here. Before we start our adventures in Eorzea, we need some preparations. We need the power of God and anime. And we already have anime. It's Final Fantasy XIV, you have a tail. All we need to do is to find God. That's why melding piety into your gear is always the best option. It blesses you with your patron god or goddess's protection. After you get your initial blessings from Hatsune Miku, you can start adventuring. The role and the job you choose in Final Fantasy XIV is very important. It affects your playstyle. And don't worry, I have some tips and tricks for every role, of course. I got you. Starting with the healers, cause a healer is the heart of the party. They are the only ones who don't need piety melded into their gears because they're already practically God. As a healer, your damage abilities are for roleplay only. You won't need those during the fight. You might as well drag them out of your hotbar to remove some clutter. Much cleaner. It already looks better than before. Some common terms in Final Fantasy XIV can be confusing for newer players. When people ask for the healers to adjust, they mean they want the healers to adjust their spine. And they got just the ability for that. Make sure to use it very generously. The rescue ability can be used to draw any party member to your side. Black mages especially love this skill because you can rescue them whenever they are trapped in that scary looking circle. I don't know where that circle comes from, but whenever it appears around them, they just can't move. It must be a trap, I think. They'll be very grateful when you rescue them. You're welcome. What? I'm helping. Some people just don't know how to be grateful. But do you know what I'm grateful for? The amazing boss designs we have in most dungeons. All these bosses look so beautiful, so well animated, and there's so much attention to detail. That's why you should always position yourself in front of the boss whenever you're playing a melee DPS. You already have to stay close to the boss whenever you're playing a melee. You might as well use that opportunity to enjoy the details, you know? Those big bouncy details, you don't want to miss them out. Your tank will also appreciate you when you share the tank buster with them. Whenever you see that big red arrow, just give them a hug or maybe a kiss on the cheek, a pat on the head. It will make your tanks feel really loved and cared for. The same thing applies to whenever you have an AoE marker on you. Dodging those attacks by yourself is always an option, but everyone knows friendship is the best mitigation. Make sure to drop those AoEs right on your party members. And don't worry about them trying to run away from you. They're just playing it coy. Everyone loves a group hug. It's party enrichment time. Did you think I forgot about the ranged DPS? Cause I did not. Ranged DPS can be really fun too. Just make sure to stay really far away from the rest of the team. No, further. You're still a bit too close. Maybe a little bit more. That's it. Perfect. You stay there. No moving closer. That's your spot. If you stay far away enough from everyone and everything, you'll take a lot less damage. And your healers will absolutely love you. Especially right before you use your party buffs, make sure to get really far away from the rest of your party. That way, your shiny party buff abilities won't blind your party members. Trust me, that's the best and the most selfless thing you can do for them. If you're playing a dancer, make sure to dance during the fight. Cause that's your main damage ability. You're a dancer, you need to dance. Bee's Knees is my personal favorite. But there are so many other dance emotes in game, you can choose whichever. It doesn't matter which one it is as long as you keep those hips moving. Bard is also a fun job to play. It's very colorful, I really like it. I'm kind of bummed out we can't use our Bard abilities to seduce the NPCs in game, but it's still a fun job overall. If you're a Bard player, you get 3 songs to choose from to buff yourself and your party members. Make sure to play all those songs at the same time for a real banger. Doing that epic mashup will give you an extra damage boost. What's that? Oh, you're curious where I sourced this incredible knowledge. Someone told me to do it in Limsalom shout chat. I actually did not check if it's true, but I'm sure of it, probably maybe. I take all my life advice from the shout chat, you know? It's the most credible source. It's even more credible than Reddit. This is the place the people come to have the most meaningful conversations.
Hey girly pop, how big is your DPS?
Smell, leave me alone. Tanking in Final Fantasy XIV can be a little bit of a tricky job, but don't worry, I got you. As someone who just recently got into tanking, I'm definitely qualified to give you advice. There are certain things you should be doing every time you're tanking. Like circling the boss around itself is very essential. Doing this will confuse your enemies so they will deal less damage. Your melee DPS will also deal less damage, but that's not our topic, so just don't worry about it. You're the tank, it's your moment, not theirs. You get a giant axe, what are they gonna do? Leave the party? Hello? It's fine, you don't need them anyway. Tanking is all about asserting your dominance. Your self-worth is tied to whether or not you have aggro on the boss. There's no such thing as an off-tank. There's only a thing called being a loser. And you're not a loser, alright? Your primary job as a tank is to prove your worth to the rest of your party. It's a competition and you're gonna win it, no matter what it takes. Tanking is like tennis, it's a competitive sport. It doesn't matter if the boss is turning around or running one side to another during the fight. The rest of your party can adjust, it's not a big deal. You get a gold medal, I'm so proud of you. There are several types of mitigations in Final Fantasy XIV. If you're a tank, using your cooldowns is mitigation. Everyone knows that. But that's too basic, you're too much of a pro to just use your cooldowns. Removing your tank stance is mitigation. Shirking one of your DPS is also mitigation. That's basically unlocking new HP bars. Yelling at your healers is also a mitigation. Just make sure to lock your door before you go to bed or you might take some unexpected damage during your sleep. Jumping off the map might kill you, but it's also a mitigation. You can't take damage if you're already dead. Sprinting is mitigation. You gotta go so fast the mobs can't even hit you. Randomly disconnecting from the game is mitigation. Uninstalling the game is also a mitigation. Don't do that though, it's not that fun. Also, I found these really weird looking candies in my inventory. I don't know what I should do with them. I tried to eat them, but I don't think they are consumables. The game also doesn't let me discard them, so it might be a bug. Comment down below if you know what they are, cause I've been trying to figure out for 7 years now. People keep telling me I forgot my stone whenever I queue into a dungeon. I don't get it. It's right there in my inventory. I didn't forget it. The game forces me to save the world with a bunch of rock candies in my backpack. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a bug. There's no other explanation. And with that, I think you now know the basics of how to become the second worst player in Final Fantasy XIV. You're welcome. Use my wise wisdom very wisely. I'm pretty sure it's already incredibly obvious, but it's the internet, so I feel like I need to make it clear. Don't do any of these things I told you in this video. This video is just for fun. I'm being a goof, I'm being a gremlin, a silly goose if you may. If anything, take it like a reverse guide for the game. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And with a special thanks to the channel members who support this channel, thank you so much. You guys are the sweetest. I hope everyone's having the coziest holiday season ever. I love your guts, and as always, I'll see you in my next video. Stay cozy!